Welcome back to USA Car Reviews, where today we're stepping back in time to take a close look at one of the most iconic American pickups ever built, the 1974 Ford F-150 X4. Now, when you think of classic trucks that laid the foundation for the modern pickup market, this beast deserves a front row spot. It wasn't just another truck. It was a statement of rugged durability, simplicity, and American engineering at its finest. So let's dive deep into what made the 1974 Ford F-150 X4 such a standout and why people still love and restore them today. First, let's set the scene. The year is 1974, and America is in a transitional period. The oil crisis is hitting hard, and people are starting to rethink the kind of vehicles they drive. But at the same time, the demand for trucks is growing fast, especially among people who want something that can handle work during the week and outdoor adventures on the weekend. Ford steps in with the F-150, a truck that perfectly balanced strength and everyday usability. What's really important to note is that 1974 marked the introduction of the F-150 itself. It slotted between the lighter F-100 and the heavier F-250, giving buyers a middle ground option with plenty of muscle. Now let's talk about the design. The 1974 Ford F-150 X4 had that squared-off, tough stance that screams 1970s American truck styling. The wide chrome grille, the dual round headlights, and that massive steel bumper up front all worked together to create a look that was both functional and intimidating. From the side, the long straight body lines gave it a clean, purposeful appearance. Around the back, you had the big tailgate with Ford stamped in bold lettering, something that's become a nostalgic detail people love to see today. This was a truck that looked at home on the farm, at the construction site, or parked in front of a suburban house. The 4X4 system is what really set this truck apart for many buyers. With a solid front axle, manual locking hubs, and a heavy-duty transfer case, the 1974 F-150 X4 could claw its way through mud, snow, or rocky trails without breaking a sweat. This was a time before all the electronic driver aids we have now. You had to engage four-wheel drive yourself, and it gave drivers a sense of control and connection to the machine. Enthusiasts today love that raw, mechanical feel because it reminds them of when trucks were simple, tough, and built to last. Under the hood, Ford offered a range of engines to power the F-150. The standard option was a straight six that delivered reliable, no-frills performance. But most buyers opted for one of the version 8s, like the 360, the 390, or even the big 460 cubic inch motor. Paired with a 3-speed manual, a 4-speed, or an optional automatic transmission, these engines gave the F-150 plenty of grunt for towing, hauling, or just enjoying the sound of old-school American 5.8 rumble. Fuel economy wasn't really the focus back then, but that wasn't the point. People wanted power and durability, and that's exactly what Ford delivered. Inside the cab, the 1974 F-150 kept things straightforward. You got a big, thin-rimmed steering wheel, a metal dash with clear analog gauges, and a bench seat that could fit 3 across. The materials were built to take abuse, whether from muddy boots or long workdays. Some models even had a few creature comforts, like air conditioning or an AM/FM radio. But overall, the truck was about function over luxury. Compared to modern pickups loaded with touchscreens and leather, the 74's interior might feel bare bones, but that's part of its charm. It was honest, practical, and unpretentious. What makes the 1974 Ford F-150 X4 so special today is its legacy. This was the first year the F-150 badge appeared, and it kicked off a tradition that would go on to dominate the American truck market for decades. The F-Series has been the best-selling truck line in the United States for over 40 years now, and it all traces back to trucks like this one. When collectors and enthusiasts get their hands on a 74 F-150, they're not just buying an old truck. They're preserving a piece of history, a reminder of when vehicles were built tough, with no unnecessary frills, and designed to do a job. Restored examples of the 1974 F-150 X4 are highly sought after today. People love customizing them with modern upgrades like better suspension, disc brakes, and new paint, but many also keep them as close to original as possible to honor that vintage look and feel. When you see one on the road, it instantly grabs attention because it's not just another modern pickup, it's a rolling piece of Americana. So, why does this truck still matter? Because it represents the heart of what a pickup should be. The 1974 Ford F-154 X4 was rugged, dependable, and versatile. It was ready for hard work during the day and ready to take you fishing, camping, or off-roading on the weekend. It's the kind of truck that built Ford's reputation for toughness, and even after nearly 50 years, it continues to inspire loyalty and admiration. Thanks for joining me here on USA Car Reviews. If you enjoyed this look back at the legendary 1974 Ford F-154 X4, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into classic cars and trucks, and let us know in the comments what other vehicles you'd like us to cover. Until next time, keep those engines running and the American spirit alive.